Hello, it's Peter Bradshaw here from The Guardian again with my film review channel, the Cornish quartz cheddar of criticism with the chutney of insight in the pub ploughmans of discourse. Many directors have tried following Napoleon where the paths of glory lead, and maybe it's only defiant defeat which is really glorious. But Ridley Scott, the Wellington of cinema, has settled for the lesser achievement of victory and created an outrageously enjoyable cavalry charge of a movie with Napoleon, a full-tilt biopic of 2.5 hours in which Scott doesn't allow his troops to get bogged down mid-gallop in the muddy terrain of fact or metaphysical significance, those tactical issues which defeated other filmmakers.
I must warn you, I will not lead a second in command. I will win by fire. I am destined for greatness. I found the crown of France in the gutter and placed it atop my own head.
Scott cheekily imagines Napoleon firing on the pyramids in the Egyptian campaign and witnessing the execution of Marie Antoinette, but not the humiliation of Louis XVI by the Tuileries mob, which he might actually have seen. Out of deference to the emperor, moreover, Scott and his screenwriter David Scarpa suppress all mention of Napoleon's reintroduction of slavery in the French colonies. But above all, there's a deliciously insinuating portrayal of the doomed emperor from Joaquin Phoenix, whose derisive face suits the framing of a bicorn hat and a jaunty tricolour cockade. Phoenix is the military genius and lounge lizard peacock, who is incidentally no slouch on horseback. Others might show Napoleon in dreamy, romantic solitude, but for Scott, he's always one half of a rackety power couple, passionately, despairingly in love with Vanessa Kirby's pragmatically sensual Josephine. Scott makes this warring pair basically the Burton and Taylor of imperial France. Rod Steiger once gave us Napoleon as the world-weary gang boss, exchanging barbs with his consigliere in Sergei Bondarchuk's Waterloo in 1970. Herbert Lom found him a dwindling absurdity in King Vidor's War and Peace in 1956, unable to believe there's no one there to submit to him in the Russian capital. And for Albert Dieudonné, in Abel Gance's silent masterpiece of 1927, he was ascetic and gaunt like Joan of Arc or Rasputin. But for Phoenix, he's the arch-satirist and grinning mastermind, the brilliant exploiter of other people's weaknesses, the proto-capitalist entrepreneur grabbing power, bolstering the printed paper money. Later people might be nicknamed the Napoleon of crime, but Phoenix's Napoleon is already that. Scott stages a thrilling action set-piece for Napoleon's audacious attack on the British at Toulon in 1793, which cemented his reputation as a strategic master and a hater of the English. And Scott bookends the whole thing by imagining a defeated Napoleon's interview with Wellington aboard the HMS Bellerophon, insouciantly congratulating him on the quality of breakfast served to the Royal Navy. It is, of course, Britain's sea power which gives Napoleon the nearest thing possible to an inferiority complex. Phoenix gets a big laugh when he petulantly whines at the British ambassador, "You think you're so great because you have boats." Ships, surely. For a second, Napoleon becomes Phoenix's creepy young Commodus from Scott's Gladiator. There's also a fair bit of Commodus in Napoleon's auto-coronation scene as the new emperor who realises that the crown does not quite fit atop his Roman-style laurels. As symbol and icon, Napoleon has always been seductive. Since Tolstoy, the abandonment of Moscow and Napoleon's subsequent retreat have been symbolic of Mother Russia's miraculous deliverance, analogous to the resurrection itself. Hitler was fascinated by him, but the post-war cult of Napoleon lives on for those who want to annul the horrors of the 20th century and revive what they take to be the romantic adventure of warfare. For Kubrick, in his famously abandoned film project, Napoleon might perhaps have been expected to bear the aura of enigma, ambiguity, and unknowability, but this isn't Ridley Scott's intent. He doesn't detain his audience with metaphysical meaning and certainly doesn't withhold the old-fashioned pleasures of spectacle and excitement. Joaquin Phoenix is the key to it all, a performance as robust as the glass of Burgundy he knocks back, preening, brooding, seething, and triumphing. That's it for the time being. Please give this vlog a like and a share. Please excitedly recommend it to your friends and neighbours. Please subscribe to this channel and leave a comment telling me what you're enjoying in the cinema right now. Please check out my author page at The Guardian, and please, oh please, buy my book, The Films That Made Me, an edited selection of my essays and reviews from The Guardian. See you next time.